What's happening with it? Wake and Bake Sessions with Mac West. How y'all doing today? I hope all is well, all is good. What I want to talk to y'all today about is this report that came out on Bart Police. I'm going to read it to you. So bear with me, okay? And then after that, we go smoke and talk about it. Just a little bit. Alright. Violent crime on Bart more than doubled since 2014, driven in part by a fare invasion epidemic that is 3 times worse than the agency's official estimates, according to the new grand jury report. The report released Monday by the Alameda County Civil Grand Jury found the number of robberies on the transit system increased by 128%, from 153 in 2014 to 349 last year. Aggravated assault soared by 83%, from 71 to 130 over the same time period. Robberies and aggravated assaults combined jumped nearly 16% from 2017 and 2018 alone, according to the report, with robberies spiking 20% and aggravated assaults rising 7%. The numbers give credence to riders' complaints about the lack of security and safety in the system, which have caused Bart's approval ratings to tank. Over the past 3 years, ridership has dropped by 8%, from a peak in 2016 at 129 million to 118 million projected this year. Officials expect the numbers to plummet to 116 million next year as more people shift to Uber and Lyft. It noted that the sprawling transit system has become a laboratory of societal failures, sheltering homeless people and transients and providing easy portals for scuffles. Many transit officials link the rising crime rate to rampant fare beating on the rail lines, which according to the report is significantly higher than Bart previously stated. A senior manager at the transit agency told the grand jury that about 15% of riders do not pay their fares, or 17.7 million passengers out of 118 million. Bart officials estimate that about 5% of riders evade fares. Assuming the average fare is $4.50, the agency could lose nearly 80 million annually to the cheaters. Previously, top Bart officials pegged their losses at $15 to 25 million. A lot of these crimes are people getting their phones snatched by juveniles who sneak into the system and then ride the train to San Francisco or Oakland, where they can disappear really quickly, said Officer Keith Garcia, president of Bart's police union. Usually there's a team of 2 or 3 or 4, so when people fight to keep their property, the people stealing have backup. His solution: assign officers to patrol every station and put a 6-foot railing around the paid areas. The bottom line is we need to secure the system, Garcia said. The new fare invasion figures startled board President Bevan Duffy, who said he shared the grand jury's concerns. I want to get the forensics on where this is coming from, Duffy said. When you look from 15 million to 80 million, those are different magnitudes. Director Deborah Allen was dismayed but not surprised by the numbers. For 2 years, she has pressed the agency to explain its methodology for determining how many don't pay. This is a crisis, she said. Pressure began mounting on Bart after an 18-year-old woman was fatally stabbed on MacArthur Station platform last year. She was among 3 homicide victims during a particularly violent year for the rail system. No one was killed in Bart in 2017. There have been no homicides this year on Bart property. Stung by public criticism and news headlines, Bart started an emergency patrol plan last summer requiring police to work mandatory overtime for 3 weeks after the slaying of Nia Wilson. The agency has also begun a 5-year plan to hire 94 officers, or 19 a year. Last year, the board approved a new union contract with a 60% pay raise, which helped attract new candidates to the short-staffed department. Despite the recent mayhem and growing rider apprehension, Bart also has some good news over the 4-year time period. Property crime dipped, auto burglary decreased by 32% in Bart Station parking lot from 522 in 2014 to 354 last year. Theft, which represents bulk of non-violent property crimes, essentially flatlined. In 2014, Bart passengers reported 2,597 thefts of phones, wallets, laptops, bicycles, and other valuables. Last year, that number hovered at 2,590. Still, the statistics emulate the problems of the transit agency that is struggling to restore trust from commuters and taxpayers. A growing and far-flung urban population in need of transit to work, home, shopping, and socializing has many modes from which to choose. The grand jury report said rising dissatisfaction with crime on Bart, fare invasion, and the perception of dirty train cars and stations threatens to marginalize the agency amid the other choices available to riders. It recommended the agency accelerate the hiring of patrol officers to make the riders feel safer and continue its crackdown on cheats. So that was a little rundown, little report of what's been going on in the Bay Area rapid transit system. Roll up this window now. You feel what I'm saying? I can light my weed and talk to my peoples. You feel me? Now, for y'all who don't know, Neil Wilson was my cousin. That was my little cuz. 30 minutes prior to her death, I was with her. You feel what I'm saying? So this like hit home very deeply for me. It was hard for me to believe. You understand? You feel what I'm saying? Neil world for life. You dig? Always and forever. To the day I die. She always ride with me in the car. You feel what I'm saying? This is my little cuz. You know what I'm saying? Say her name, Neil Wilson. You dig? That was the young lady that was talked about in this report. So, it's 2018 when she passed. They said that Bart crime has doubled since 2014 due to people not wanting to pay their fares. And that's free riders, and that's people that's doing violent crimes and things like that, stealing and thievery and causing havoc on Bart. And then you have cops literally not even understaffed, not even being able to cover all these situations, you know, and then making up excuses for the bullshit of their actions, talking about we should raise to 6-foot ceilings, 6-foot railings, so people won't be able to hop over and things like that, get away for free. But man, let me tell you something. But you could go ask the motherfucking Bart people to let you in, and they'll let you in, that motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? Anybody. I done did this shit when I was younger and shit. Just walked in, that motherfucker, looked right at him and just walked in. They don't say nothing. They not about to police nothing. They only can do so much their own self. Police don't be there. Police do not be around the Bart area like they say. They probably be in them parking lots. That's probably why the parking lot and all that shit dropped down. Because they's too busy patrolling the parking lots. You feel what I'm saying? Trying to harass the people in there. Instead of doing their job actually on Bart. This shit should have started with Oscar Grant in 2009. You feel what I'm saying? When he got killed. But see, the difference is he got killed by one of them. You feel what I'm saying? So they looked at that shit totally different. It wasn't like a homicide on Bart. It was more like we killed him and we about to make an excuse for why, you feel what I'm saying, we about to get over on this shit. But this time what happened with my cuz, Neil Wilson, it was a pedestrian that killed my cuz. It was a bitch ass, made ass, faggot ass, punk ass hooligan. by the name that doesn't even need to be said, because it's not, he ain't worth it. You feel what I'm saying? The punk ass motherfucker to do that shit to my little cuz and my cousin Latifah Wilson. Shout out, little cuz. What's up, Latifah? How you doing out there? You feel what I'm saying? I'll see you later on. I know you doing all well and you doing good too, but it's all good. Back to it. All these things that's been going on in Oakland on this Bart train station is because of people not wanting to pay fares and things like that. People stealing and thievery. But ultimately comes down to is that Bart police, you have a job and you haven't been doing it for the past 4 years. You've been letting this happen. You've been letting this shit take place. It's not like y'all ain't been getting paid because y'all take taxes out of my checks every 2 weeks, you punk motherfuckers. So what is it? Is y'all in cahoots with somebody? Huh? The system, y'all in cahoots? Y'all letting this shit happen? Y'all letting us kill ourselves? Y'all letting these imbeciles run all over us, the citizens? You see what happens? People die unexpectedly. Now the torch lit under your ass when it's too late. You feel what I'm saying? People had to suffer. My little cuz had to suffer. Latifah Wilson had to suffer. Oscar Grant had to suffer. The other family people, you feel me, that suffered on board and had homicides on board, their families had to suffer too as well. You feel me? So what's up with that? Like Tyndall, in West Oakland. Damn, name slipping my mind right now. But shout out to all the Hebrew family. Shout out to me and the Mayfield family and everything like that. Damn, his name slipping my mind right now. His name slipping my mind. But the young brother in West Oakland that was killed by the pigs too. You feel me? Talking about he had a gun, he didn't have nothing. He died with his hands up. You feel me? Some sucker shit. Y'all letting this shit happen. You feel what I'm saying? But we supposed to be cool about this shit, kumbaya about this shit. We supposed to be good people and just turn the other cheek. Nah, it's not. Fuck all that. I'm tired of turning the other cheek. We can't turn the other cheek, people. It's time to really get at these motherfuckers' neck like they been getting at our neck. They been shooting us, nigga, on camera and been getting away with the shit. You feel what I'm saying? We ain't seeing the same fairness as these other motherfuckers. Let my little cousin would have been a white girl from Danville and let the motherfucker who would have killed her look someone like me. We wouldn't have been talking right now about this situation at all. Somebody that looked like me would have been under the jail. Fuck if he competent or not. Fuck if he crazy or not. Fuck if he had psych meds or not. Nah, that wouldn't have mattered at all. But you making all these excuses for these white motherfuckers. But What's going on? Is it still racism? Gotta be still relevant today. Still today. You feel what I'm saying? For this shit to be taking place, for us still to be getting treated like this is a shame. Shameful on you motherfuckers. It's shameful. You motherfuckers. Straight shameful. That's what I gotta tell you. Y'all motherfuckers just straight shameful. You feel what I'm saying? You in cahoots with the lawyers and all that shit, with the judicial system. All this shit is just a game to you. Our lives is a game to you. You feel what I'm saying? You really got my best interests at heart? Huh? That what you telling me? That's what the lawyer's trying to say, that they got our best interests at heart. It's funny because y'all work on the same floor as the motherfuckers that defending that motherfucker. Y'all go to lunch. Y'all have lunch dates. You feel what I'm saying? And shit like that. Y'all get paid by the same person, the same company. But y'all have our best interests at heart. This whole system was put against us. This ain't evidence. You feel what I'm saying? What's going on, people? We need to do something about this. Director Deborah Allen, you feel me? What's going on? Mr. President Bevan Dufty, huh? and you want to hire more cops, you go raise the police rate so police can get paid more not to do their jobs. But the teachers have to go on strike just to get raises just a little bit. The teachers should be the highest paid people on this planet. They is the ones teaching the kids and the youth our future. But you raise the police wages, they haven't even been doing their job from the jump street. What's different now? What's going to be different after you give them more money? All they go do is just go get some more donuts, some more coffee, go get some more guns, go practice more at the shooting range to shoot at targets that look like me and you. But they supposed to protect and serve. But protect and serve who? They only protect and serve them. They don't protect and serve us, the people, for sure. That's evident. There's too much evidence going around. Do your research. You feel me? You know, we're going to have a good smoke session. Tap in. You feel me? Drop some comments. Go read the Violent Crime Report on MSN.com. News. Shit been going on for too long. Smoke on that.